Thanks very much, gentlemen. Natu Maniac, and of course hosted by Banks there at the desk. We've got ourselves a FURIA Team Spirit semi-final. We're live this final day, penultimate day, I should say, excuse me. Of course, grand finals tomorrow. Looking to see who will join none other than G2, who just by the skin of their teeth and their bootstraps did manage to secure that spot in 3. Now to find out who'll join them, Henry, and we're into the pistol.
We absolutely are, Alex. I'm excited for this one. Team Spirit impressed me yesterday against their national brothers. We'll see whether this is going to be an exciting performance from them, but a great shot from Art to kick things off there. It's going to be a USB headshot through the smoke to take down Mur, and that will slow things right down. They wanted to go for that A execution off the bat, but might have to reconsider their options at this point. Team Spirit still with 1 smoke and a flash. They have a P250 for Magix as well, and starting to reposition towards B. They'll leave Magix towards the Palace position with the P250 in armor, hoping that he can maybe swing out, get a kill or two, and keep players on that side of the map just before they commit towards B. That's going to be an on-the-fly call at this point, and one that doesn't look too promising.
It does look tough, especially considering that you've invested so heavily into that P250 Kevlar, and he's now nothing more than bait.
Yeah, here he goes now. Has to start making his move, and they've been smoked out. They're going to have to reposition once again, and now Magic's been detected. Luckily, only takes a little bit of damage at that point. He's down to 82.
Now this is a rotate again, doubling back after the initial frag Art found on A. They did Scarpa all the way towards apartments. A little bit of contact, and the smoke sends them packing now. Magic's looking to draw blood early before his friends arrive, and Vinny, clinical tap.
Not having any of that nonsense, is he?
Not at all. The last 3, though, do start their assault, and they are going to be double peeking into Art. He doesn't have to contest now at 25 seconds. He can chill. Take a chill pill. Yuri catching another. This round does look like it's being taken away from Spirit, and it is just methodically fragging away. All 5 still standing. Art is going to fall alongside Yuri, so Some Die Young's making a pretty damn good try. Vinny connects and finds his second. It will be the FURIA pistol, and all started by Art. Now that was the conversation the desk were having, saying that in-game leaders, when they're having a high fragging tournament, Maniac sees that, or his theory is that there is a lot more clarity in your calls because you're in the game, you're reading it well.
Definitely.
What's your take on that?
No, I absolutely agree. If you're in the zone individually, you kind of feel confidence building up inside you. You feel
and
like
the calls with conviction.
Yeah, you're making, absolutely. You're making calls with conviction, and you're making sure that everyone's feeling it, and they trust in you at that point because you feel so confident in your own ability. So I definitely think there's some weight behind that. And we're going to see it in amazing Deagle headshot there. Idis Balance, pretty quiet performance yesterday by his standards with the AWP, but that's a very impressive way to open things up. That's going to be only the MP9 gathered, but at least a man advantage for now.
The hardest round to win in Counter-Strike, Henry. It's the CT second round. Admittedly, Team Spirit did not manage to get the frags or the bomb plants, so it is less ideal. Not going to be seeing 3 rifles. Instead, 3 Deagles alongside Mir's Galil. But the Deagle has already connected and found 1. Disbalance scavenging away an SMG to work with for the rest of this round. Some Die Young might react on the back of that flash. They are going to start gathering towards the B site, and not too much utility drawn out, but not too much utility remains. It is only going to be the CTs with a measly flashbang, and so it will be bullets to do almost all of the talking here.
Yeah, you're right there. They've got a couple of smokes available, but they might be better off using those for post-plant. That's if they get there.
Yeah, how do you get in?
Oh, Yuri considering his options now. Serato relatively isolated here. The UMP not the ideal weapon for the task, and he will be punished, but still a 3 versus 3 continues, and Yuri is holding very strong and deep, but surely goes down here. USP headshot just before he's removed leaves Mur in a 1 versus 2 with 25 seconds on the clock. Has got the bomb on his back here, but needs to find a clinical headshot, which he does. With the smoke as well, we talked about that being useful for the post plant. He actually might enable the bomb to go down in general. That's going to be his first objective here. It's going to be the fake plan to kick things off. 10 seconds remaining. Swings around now. The smoke just eluding him now, as he'll have to plant inside it. Another fake plan. I respect it. He can't actually plant the bomb anymore, but maybe he can get the kill.
Wow.
He absolutely can. That was a gamble and a half, and one that pays off.
Yeah, he had 9 seconds left when he goes for that fake. Vinny has to respect it. He was already caught out in the open. There's nothing much more that he can do than trying to catch him through the smoke. But Mir, with only 20 HP as well. And the coach for FURIA shaking his head and making note of that round.
Don't lose 1-on-1.
Yeah, don't lose a 1 versus 3 versus a Galil.
Great work from her, though. I felt like if he could have got the bomb down in the smoke there, but he probably gets sprayed down in the process, probably gets planted, then
and
it'll be removed.
leaving that grey screen is scary.
That might have been the only way he could win the round, so well played to him. And they're going to rush B. Like, never a fan of this, Alex. That's a great headshot from Caesarato. Like, probably shouldn't have been allowed to do that, but he still manages to find it, and he gets another as well. Never rush B against the Deagles, boys. I've said it before, Alex, have I not?
You have. I've heard it many times. And at the moment, we're seeing why. Caesarato's Deagle has connected in more ways than one. 3 kills. 50 caliber rounds pumping Team Spirit full of lead. And the bomb's now loose on B, so there is a degree of commitment now attached to this round. Caesarato's aware of it. His teammate 2, Yuri, has arrived on the scene. This is a real brutal Team Spirit situation now. And only on round 3, they had the advantage coming into this, Hank.
Oh, this timing. So yeah, no remove, 13 HP. Drop to the floor. Idis balance now in a 1 versus 2. Bomb will find itself on the floor of the B bomb site here, and to drop down, Alex, you can't really do this in a quiet manner. You have to go down and let himself be known. So Caesarato just sitting in the back. Footsteps made now, and I think he spotted him. So nice work from Idis balance so far. Has the advantage at this point. Has to recover the bomb, but does he know that the CT's already got through? Apparently he does. They managed to get through that very difficult round. It was the rush B, and they did lose 3 kills in the process, but the 1 versus 2 working out once again. That's going to be a full eco now for FURIA. So regardless, as long as you win the round, that's all that really counts, and they managed to do it. So FURIA can't really bring much more than PD50s into the next round. So this was fantastic. Caesarato, like I said, like great shots, but like the fact he was blind for 2 of them, like it's unlucky for Team Spirit for sure, but fantastic work.
He really made us so much out of what should have been not even a one and done. I'm sure you're going to get one in that every circumstance. The flash is raining in, but great crosshair placement rewarded. Team Spirit, their reward is on a silver platter now after managing to break after the pistol round victory for FURIA. They have strung 2 together. The third, it should be a guarantee with no money splashed in this round. However, you have to remember Team Spirit, they really haven't been able to build too much of a bank. They're on $600 and 200 respectively, and that's on a Mac 10 buy. Just Disbalance has got some extra cash after his 4K in the round prior. Chopper going to find Vinny here. Should be an extra opening frag and some $600 in his pocket dinks. Henny nearly taking all of that additional util away from Chopper and from his team, and it will be Art to finish it. Wow. They know aggression is the only answer here, and unfortunately, I don't think there is going to be much more than this, a single Mac 10.
I think you might be right, but they'll do what they can to get a kill with it. That's another $600 gathered to the CT side at this point. There might be another kill available here as Sundar Young trying to hold on to his life at this point. He'll be towards that underpass position and managed to get through it. He's going to have 4 kills in total. It's going to be 3-1 there. Could have got a bit dicey with a couple of players going down there. One of them very low HP as well of the few that remained. But there it is, 3-1 overall. Team Spirit will have the AWP out, the rifles as well, and we'll see FURIA invest into the round. I don't think they can bring out the sniper for themselves just yet, so there'll be rifles across the board and basic utility, potentially with no kits here. So always a very difficult situation to fight yourself out of, but I feel like FURIA are the favourites going into this one. I'm sure they're comfortable. This is the pick of Team Spirit. We move on to Nuke next, so I feel like Team Spirit have to win this map. But like Nuke is a little bit too strong for FURIA in this particular matchup, I would say.
Yeah, similar sentiment shared by the desk. That's such an aggressive stance and easily punished by Mir. No contingency for a late arrival. That's a lovely finish, though. Vinny's damage is not in vain. Yuri's nade equalizes. Reminiscent of the pistol round. Some Young, some nice little bunny hops to accelerate towards the ace finish. It does seem like they're going to be going for some degree of an A execute. Just only 2, I can't even count, 1 single smoke grenade. As Choppers flies through the air and will block off Henny's escape. Contact then. Oh, and just as Vinny looks away, they start to accelerate, and good catch, but immediately traded, and Chopper arrives perfectly in middle. He's cut them down to size. Another round on the board for Team Spirit. Only man that can change that is Caesarato. No nades, no kit, no hope, but a good frag. Catches magics.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. They've got one flashback to try and flush him out of CT spawn, and it's an effective one. Sundar Young will close out the round. A very effective A pincer coming in there from Team Spirit, managing to find all the frags en route, and you can see FURIA struggling with the lack of AWP there, or incendiaries couldn't really hold them off, and Team Spirit is bullying their way in towards that A site after losing the initial exchange as well. But his job up, getting it done. Nice kill towards Henny. Turns things around. 180 towards short, great awareness, and another eco for FURIA here. 4-1 down, but a little bit more to speak for with it here. They've got the PT-50, Desert Eagle, Zeus, and CZ set up for Yuri.
It does so often feel like some CT sides don't really get a chance to have those big buys strung together until 6 or 7 rounds into the game at this point. You fail that second round force, you get one shot, and it's usually no kits and M4s. That's a real brutal turn of events for FURIA. They haven't been able to present anything too impressive just yet. Magic's nice handling of Vinny's push. Art's fallen elsewhere as well. And so they don't really have to do much more than this. This is perfect. Spread out, trade potential on most after those initial solo fights taken. And now they'll be safe, aware that there is a possible stack. And, well, speaking of stack, there's a boost onto the stack. Chopper beheads K-Serato, and so this one keeps chugging along for Team Spirit. Not a single point of damage taken.
Yeah, nothing really to report here, Alex, I'm afraid. Just nice defo, splitting towards B. Don't take any damage, take players down one by one.
Don't give them a rifle. That's all you have to do.
That's pretty much the only objective at this point. It looks like they are absolutely fine in that department. It's a clean sweep for Team Spirit, as they'll go 5-1 up on the T side of their map pick. Things looking great in that respect, but still, this is where the first real gun round comes in. We're going to have all the utility, a potential AWP as well in the hands of Henny. still, from what I saw, that looked like it had to be a locked-in kill, considering what's happened so far. So this was something I'm getting it done with the Krieg on the side. Like, he's playing very well right now. Chewing through him. We won't see the frag we talked about, but I'm pretty sure it painted a pretty realistic picture.
Yeah, the only way I can kind of justify it from KSR's POV is he's like knife out, trying to rotate towards A, and then he has that fumble where it's like you're exposed while you're getting your weapon out and tagged, and oh, nasty, nasty. Into
Just the last thing they needed, right?
Oh god, yeah, it's salt in the wound. It's salt in the wound at this point.
So, I suppose a force buy of sorts here. They do have a couple of SMGs. With the AWP, Henny has had a couple of kills in the last few rounds with the sniper, but Art's holding window with the MP9. He'll be Molotov out of position. He'll fall back. Presumably focus his efforts towards connector. Ichi doesn't quite land. Chopping out is waiting for opportunity. They know the money's low on the CT side, so sure they've bought, but you can see the disparity in the amount of equipment available on both sides here. We're barely at the 1 minute mark, and there's not even really a smoke available. Just one for Vinny. That's about it. A couple of incendiaries. They need to be active again and looking for kills.
I could describe the Spirit T side in, one sentence. 1-3-1, regroup at the 60-second mark, execute. Like this has been working so wonderfully for them. They leave Chopper in middle as they all go back towards the T-spawn, and well, we've seen this work time and time again. Let's see if FURIA have got some new tricks up their sleeve. Chopper, he holds this close corner and then clears it. Not this time. With just an MP9 does take down the linchpin to the Team Spirit assault, because there is nothing else. They're all coming from the same direction. Magic's perhaps lurking in the smoke, but great work from Vinny. Sees the ankles and can descend the ladder in time. Only 3 remain. They're all coming from the same direction. Henny doesn't have to give them these fights now, and he knows it. He can tuck in. Vinny holding the crossfire and perfect execution, but Yuri does get caught towards CT. Mir needs another. He's so low. A bullet will do, and that's the round. Confirmed. Disbalance is going to be hunted perhaps. AWP on his back, trying to retreat and scarper towards the safe haven that is this T-spawn, and it doesn't really look like FURIA are willing to take that risk. They want to start building a bank.
Yeah, they can't really justify it at this point. 2 players going down again. Sure, the money's okay right now with 3K on those players, but they're going to have to buy grenades again.
Right.
We noticed they didn't really have those in the previous round. They need 2 players. They need full resources exchange. So, yeah, can't really be throwing money away just to take out an AWP, which will be able to be brought back out. It's not going to have a massive knock-on effect right now at this point. So there it is, FURIA starting to look better, more promising at this point. They can still win the half, remember. There's definitely been some frustrating moments for them, but still absolutely fine in the grand scheme of things. We'll see a faster attempt here from Team Spirit, heading up towards shore. Good smokes are down. You can see they're making very impressive progress so far. Could actually jump in towards the window or get towards CPL. It will be eye disbalance, open things up there. That's a nice shot. And Art to answer back, but this is such a key position. Chopper getting up towards CPL. Always such a dangerous spot for the CTs to deal with, because it stops transition from B towards shore and able to get towards window and control that position as well. And it's a very valuable part of the map.
Miz straight up ran into him, and he still doesn't see him. They've walked past each other. Art kissed Mir in the smoke, neither of which has managed to work it out. Mir's off towards B apps. This is going to be a kooky round. Art perhaps has the advantage, though. He's going to be tucking himself back in. And so returning to default. Nothing really to write home about regarding that strange turn of events. It's not like it would be a B finish, though. Yuri's about to be tested heavily, but Art can support through the smoke as Spray finds Disbalance. A huge scalp, the AWP gone. That's going to make opening B all the more difficult. Yuri no longer threatened by the big green gun. Bomb, however, was spotted B. Yuri knows it. He'll tuck in passive. Henny's rotated in case Serato will be responsible for the A rotate, which does seem to be the plan. Needs to get himself up and eyes on towards connector. That's a crucial frag. He doesn't get either.
Again.
Oh dear. K Serato's had a bad day in the office.
That one was difficult, to be fair, with multiple targets there, but it just had to be a kill. One of them had to go down, and unfortunately, I think that might cost them the round at this point. Yuri, AWP towards short, a kit available, a Molotov for CT spawn potentially, but he's got to get his skates on at this stage as he'll be looking towards a ticket booth. No one there for now, and they just need to play the bomb. They can sacrifice one player. They've got a Molotov themselves, which you can't extinguish. So in about 5 seconds' time, that will be deployed in that direction. As soon as he gets near it, as soon as he touches the bomb, the Molotov will come through, but they don't even get a chance to throw it. It will be the AWP taken out of the hands there of Yuri, and we get into an 8-3 scenario. And the money is wrecked, Alex. This is what we talked about before. Yeah. They couldn't go hunting for players. They couldn't actually justify it, considering their future of the finances. It's going to be now a tactical timeout, as we'll see Team Spirit call it, in fact. I guess just working this, their first one so far. Like, why not? Like, just as things started to feel a little bit too easy for them, they're running away with it. Make sure everyone's calm and disciplined, knowing what they're up against going forward, right? That you can work out the money. This one you know is going to be broken. Maybe let's not rush B. I'd be saying.
Yeah, let's not rush B into Deagles. We saw
let's try and avoid that.
How close that can be. And this is going to be the crucial frag from Magic's. Serato, he was given the responsibility, and you have to give the props also to Chopper, because he went balls in. He knew that there was Yuri holding the short push into B. Excuse me. The bomb was exposed. He could have held it, but Chopper, he just W'd in. He knew time was of the essence. He managed to retrieve it and get out with a frag on Art towards window. All came tumbling down after Serato's fumbled spray. Difficult, as Henry outlined. But then we're into round 12. It will just be those pistols we talked about. And a 9th on the cards for Team Spirit. Just a question of execution. Yeah,
just to stay in Serato's case, it's just unfortunate for him that both of those instances, like big moments, were caught on stream. Like, it happens a lot in every game. Like, missed shots come through, you just don't necessarily see it. So I'm not kind of ragging on him too much. It's just like those were very important moments of the game that have led them to this deficit. So
right, which he wins and we don't talk about.
Exactly,
it's just a question of the storyline of the game. At the moment, a couple of those errors have cost FURIA. Much more to be seen, though, of this series. Same as always, the Team Spirit start. One holds the B-apps, one holds the Palace ramp push. Around the 60-second mark, leave one person in middle and regroup for an execute. And that does seem to be the case once again. Mir this time fulfilling the role that typically has been Chopper's. And no magics this time coming from Palace. Instead, they go for a full ramp take. Chopper eventually arriving there. Magic's looking to take first contact here. A missed shot. Okay, Serato does catch the lurk. So now it's all coming from one direction. The CTs might want to react quickly here. And Yuri's caught another. This could start getting really awkward now, especially with only 19 seconds left on the clock. Team Spirit, they're in trouble. They've got out of trouble before, not this time. The Desert Eagles, the P250s, with just the sidearms, they've done it. Disbalance, desperately trying to keep hold of his orb. They will hunt him this time, there's no doubt about it. Down to 40, but just around the corner. Henny hunts, and the fourth, a crucial round for FURIA, and they'll take all of those weapons into the next.
They needed a round like that. They needed a bit of luck on their side, and some brutal Desert Eagle headshots, bit of a calling card of the FURIA side there, as they managed to close things out very convincingly as well. 4 players surviving. Team Spirit just blown out the water there. They seem to struggle against the pistols. The gun rounds, no problem whatsoever. They'll just chew through them. But up against the Eagles, it's a very problematic round in Counter-Strike these days. And finally, some weaknesses for Team Spirit now. You see the Galil brought out, a Desert Eagle with no utility whatsoever for Sundai Young. Same story for Chopper, AK, no grenades. So this is a chance now. They can turn things right around. The FURIA boys, that is. They can take this to an 8-7 scoreline. And it all starts with this round here. They give this one up, they're in a lot of trouble.
Breaking point for Team Spirit. Different look this time. Disbalance trying to find an opener, and he's got one. Uncontested. A change up and a reward. Henny barely caught a glimpse of Disbalance for that one, and now advantage that they want to try and press the issue upon. No rush, it seems, though, as the clear and regroup continues, this time through middle. Chopper got a fantastic double earlier on in the piece here. But for now, unquestioned, unchecked. Towards B-apps. Mir with the bomb on his back. Magic's late arrival. With only 30 seconds, this is a very telling tale of the Team Spirit T side. However, I'm starting to see a little bit of a flaw in the FURIA hold here. Serato, he has to do it all, and that's it. That's more like it. A quick double kill, he can chill. 20 seconds, but he walks straight into the crosshairs of Disbalance, and now there's a chance.
Yeah, that was a great effort from him. The Krieg known to be very successful on the CT forces there, as he does get the double spray down. 10 seconds on the clock, but the bomb is planted. Actually, a bit of an advantage here for Team Spira, considering they've got all that utility here, Alex. Chopper perfectly positioned to take down Art. This is crumbled once again for the FURIA boys, as Vinny is removed from the scenario as well. Great shot from Yuri, but nothing else he can do. Magic's calm and collected towards the end. Will recover the AWP. It's 9-4. We said that was a must-win round for FURIA, and it doesn't work out for them. But luckily, they did win at Eco before, right? So they still have a buy available to them. But that was the opportunity to really shut down Team Spirit and guarantee these last few rounds. But now a double orb setup brought out. Money's starting to stabilize on the Spirit side of things. And we'll see if Henny and Keserato can get themselves together here. Round 14, a couple more chances. 4 rounds just won't cut it on the CT side.
Disbalance, huge fragging from him. He got 3rd hit before meeting Yuri's very quick flick. But crunch time, we highlighted how important the round before was. Well, this is their last chance. This is the shot at 9-6. Otherwise, we're looking at an 11-4 brutality. What's the call from Team Spirit? They let Disbalance off the leash a little bit in the round prior. Probably not going to give him the same liberties, or FURIA not going to let him take the same. But we jump in. No kit in sight. Should that bomb go down, advantage really is extended towards the Spirit boys. Different stance once again. Art going aggressive up middle. If he finds some information here, depending on Henny, could perhaps flash him up towards top middle, but Disbalance is holding it. And so instead they fall back. They'll take that as information.
Well then. Team Spirit in a great spot here on the T side. FURIA with a couple more chances at this point. No damage inflicted on either side so far. FURIA mustered together 5 rifles, but you can see the lack of helmets and defuse kits here. They really had to scrape the barrel to get this buy online. And it's looking likely that we'll see an A finish. The bomb's still down at T steps, as Stemda Young just confirming there's no B pushes coming through. Just looking for any probing CTs here. We'll see the initial space. So the bomb down towards T spawn. This is what you would call a double pump in terms of utility. There's no commitment off this. They're trying to just juke out any remaining CT utility. And that's actually pretty effective. For 40 seconds as well. Like, it's convincing, right? And there's a push from short. Art's actually in a bit of trouble. He's got players beneath him. Are they boosting towards middle? I don't think he has any idea, but oh my goodness, it's so tense, and he will find it eventually. That was the key frag then. So the fake towards A, trying to sneak through towards CT spawn, that could have been everything, but Art's reactive play yields a frag. Another miss from Keserato, Alex.
Yeah, he's not going to get second either. Magic's, he's keeping the CTs busy on A. Keserato will fall, and Disbalance opens up B. Looking poised to take the 10th. The 5th round will be oh so difficult for FURIA to acquire in the next as well.
They need this round, but they also need money for the next. Like, what do you do? I think with no kids, you just have to call it. And unfortunately, again, I really hate the fact we caught it on him once more, but that had to hit. That was a pretty easy shot with the AWP and just whiffed it.
It's not been his game, certainly not from what we've caught.
Oof. If he gets that one, falls back, that will slow them right down. But I respect it, though, the fact that the rifle's not working out for him so much. He got a double kill in the previous round that unfortunately they still lost. But then moving things over to the AWP, play more of a turret style. But don't hit that shot, that's when the round really can fall apart very quickly.
And Disbalance is having a much better day than he did yesterday.
Yeah, he's looking good. Yeah, I definitely noticed like his lack of performance yesterday, but he's been pretty stellar. At this point, he's top fragging on the server right now. Yeah. Looking great on the T side of Mirage.
Multi-kill rounds strung together. He had 3 in the round before, 2 in this one. 14 in total, and so it's time. The last chance saloon for the CT side now. What can FURIA muster? It's not going to be pretty. The preserve rifles do give them a whole lot of a better shot. But in we go. And
This to be
Spirit.
a faster approach towards A, yes.
Ooh.
Just going to get out of the palace with a couple of flashes. They're not even going to stop. He's going to get straight in there. And it's working out very effectively. Henny, the fact he's taking that damage now, he's in a lot of trouble. He knows it as well. Grenades will be coming, the wall bangs will be delivered, and they will connect. As we'll see Magic's closing things out there. It's going to be 11-4. FURIA, I would say they've been unfortunate in a few of these rounds. I don't think this is kind of a representative of what they're capable of on Mirage. It just feels like there's been a few key rounds that have ruined them financially. They haven't really got going here.
No,
they did win the pistol. But that second round force by that eluded them.
Yeah, they've been so scattered, their victories. And another one for Team Spirit. They convert the half 11-4. The desk said if Spirit want to take us to 3, if they want to chance at the grand finals, it has to start on Mirage. And well, we're going to take a break. When we come back, the second half. Team Spirit poised to pick up their must-win map. It's their pick, Mirage, in this semi-final between them and FURIA. I'm Machine, I'm joined by Henry G, and we're getting into that second half now. It's not been a great time for the South American squad, but the point you were just ending prior to the break, Henry, was that it hasn't necessarily been all within FURIA's control. A couple of unlucky situations adding up.
Key one-on-ones that really have had a massive knock-on effect in the grand scheme of the first half. It's still recoverable, not impossible for them to pull this one back, but it's looking unlikely. I feel like 11-4 down. You obviously have to win the pistol, which one of which you've already picked up. Give this one up towards Team Spirit, though. I feel like it's going to be a quick one. We'll see, though. FURIA with a couple of smokes, PT50, seeing that a lot more these days. And Arts alone towards the A-ramp. With the smoke, the flash, and the aforementioned upgraded pistol. Sunday Young looking to live up to his name here and finish the round early. Yeah,
charging into the stack of the T's, but Art now posturing towards the ramp. Right, CT going to be left by Magix. Instead, he's going to look to try and get some more info. This is an interesting call now from FURIA. Stack up middle early, and now the reaction is something twofold. They've got 3 CTs in middle here. Vinny just going to be holding the push. And it could work out for him. He wasn't ready for that. Mears jiggle. Gets him the info, he'll call it clear. Magic's now starting to prepare himself for the assault. The nades are coming in, here we go. And now playing perhaps a little bit further back. Trying to use that smoke to his advantage. I like this from Magix, but the flash is there. The contingency was all considered, and through the smoke, Yuri connects. Another in favor of FURIA.
Yeah, there was a smoke landing on the roof of the A side there. But they're still, they prevail, and we're going to have ourselves a 3-on-3 for now. Chop will pull one back. Defuse get available with the smoke. That's a very important factor. The Glock not the best to spam through, but Henny not even letting them get close at this point. Nice shot from him. Yeah, 3-on-2 advantage. Chopper's still alive though. Ides Balance coming out of the power position. Needs to get at least one here. Get a second player in front of him. Somehow connects it. This is what the defuse is actually likely going to happen. The smoke will be delivered here. Queserato, he's had a couple of blunders so far in this game, but this is looking much better for him. Not quite, Alex. It will be the full defuse coming through. Left in the 2 versus 1 there. Nailed the first shot, but he can't catch a break today, it seems.
No, crucial round as well. You highlighted the importance of that pistol, and just comes down to another 1v1. Oh, it's the tail of the first, and it continues into the second. That's a quick adjustment. He wasn't ready for Art. That was all his instinct and reaction time.
Oh, that's a rough one. Luckily, they got the bomb down at least. But you can see, that's a weird one. I don't know how that smoke landed on the roof. I guess there's something on the fly they were trying to, you can see when they're setting up towards A execution, there's a bit of bickering going on as to who was doing what. And seems like someone wasn't 100% sure where that smoke was supposed to be delivered. I assume the steps. But either way, maybe towards jungle.
Yeah.
They are going to buy here with the Krieg, Galil, and AK-47. And Art, he's going to have to take matters into his own hands here. Fully commit. This could be the end of the Krieg. He's got 2 players towards Palace. Made decent work so far.
Magic's got a lot on his plate. Case Martin walks straight into the Magic's crosshair, no trade possible. Instead, Art will tuck in on Sandwich. Vinny establishing himself towards ramp. It is still a lot of pressure on towards the CTs here. Art needs to make a play, but oh, the shots just don't connect. Perfect from Team Spirit. Another multi-kill, 3 in 3 seconds. Vinny, nothing he can do. And it seems like Mirage is going to be a rather quick affair.
Every duel, FURIA are known for their brutal individual aim. It's just not connecting on this map. I don't think it's that alarming. Just from what I can see, this is like they just need to forget about this map and move on. It's nuke next. I don't think this will continue this trend, but this is just not the FURIA we know and love, and that happens sometimes in best of threes, you know.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's
you
a
lose
reason.
the confidence, the money never really gets online. Like it can happen.
There's a reason, you know, we lean towards the best of threes in the competitive.
Exactly right.
Map pool.
Like if you get enough variables going against you, like this can happen. One player, like let's take Suata for example, has a few moments where he knows he could have done better, and it was important for the team. Like it's going to ruin his confidence with the rest of this map potentially, but he can definitely recalibrate going forward. It's not going to be a problem. He's a fantastic player.
The highest rated players at Summit for first couple of days.
Yeah. So no real cause for concern just yet, but still a chance in this one with the pistols. They've got a lot of flashbangs here. They're going to have to pump all 6 of them to stand a chance here. Unfortunately, the first player is mowed down. Just going to give them a bit of a handicap there by taking his teammate down to about 18 HP at this point, as Joppa will still live to tell the tale, and it looks like a clean sweep coming through. So nice work. 14-4 now.
Clean. Individuals from Spirit, all of them coming online. You know, there's many, excuse me, there's many ways we can paint this picture, but it certainly does lean towards a combination of Team Spirit having everyone present in the server, Disbalance completely absent in some of the maps in their quarter-final bout. But now here in the semi, wide awake and destroying. 18 frags for him. Chopper, sensational on his T-side performance. He's just can sit back, relax, let his team do the rest. Boost now, full balance. He's going to be set up to hold from CPL, and the timing could not be better.
He's having a great game, isn't he?
You can take Yuri out, and there's a chance for him to play around it again. He may not be ready for that. Henny through the smoke does manage to catch him, but immediately traded. Still advantage for him. Keserato now pulling a bit of a commonplace FURIA panic button, which is play for yourself. Contact
play. He's actually got himself towards Tetris, but at this point with the man advancing, Team Spirit are happy for them to commit towards bomb sites. You've got that Krieg on the CT side. It feels good. It's looking good. You got a 14-4 lead here. One more for map point in your pick. Couldn't ask for more at this point. Magic's is holding defensively. Just focusing towards the Palace position. Sumdar Young will be patrolling the bomb site for him. And the Krieg, there it is, delivers, just mows through the bomb site there. That's insane. How has he pulled that one off? Well played. Gets himself 3 in total. Very calm plays I've noticed from this young man throughout the tournament. He never seems too ruffled. He always been ready to go.
But he's also mastered the starting unzoomed Krieg hold. He adjusts, and it will always ensure he uses the scope before he starts that click, and he's so quick. The new breed with a new weapon. Yeah, see that second shot again, please. The spray was nice, but that was a full health Henny.
Yeah, so he's using the crosshair initially, but then he knows he wants to get that extra accuracy.
Because there's no delay. As soon as you tap right click, you've got that extra, you've got that accuracy.
Yeah, that's so sick. Well, that's pretty much the map, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I'm just playing for pride now for FURIA. Sure, they could get 11 rounds around the T side, but let's be realistic, that's just probably not going to happen. And they've lost the first pick again. Wise to fall back off this one, but if fancies another go, it works out for him. Surely gets out of there now if possible. Towards CPL, it looks like we are done here on the map. It is going to be a very convincing performance here from Team Spirit, and we'll crush the morale of FURIA. Keserato and Yuri left with Galil's no utility and a certainty of giving his first map up. But it is Nuke next. It has dropped off of FURIA in the last few months, Alex. I'm not going to lie to you. I wish I could say it's all going to be smooth sailing from here. But that map, it used to be a staple of theirs. It hasn't looked as good as of late.
No.
They used to be like a bit of a dark horse on it. Like no one knew how to play against them. They were too wild. But this is just a bit of formality here. They win a 5-on-2. I'm down to see it, but It's going to take a lot of work here, but still 50 seconds on the clock, and Yuri's been removed. That's a bomb. In a very awkward spot as well. He actually dropped down towards middle, but Queserato, he'll do what he can here. He needs to find some form going forward there. A couple of individual moments there kind of cost them the round, but still, it will be a very convincing start here for Team Spirit.
Yeah, they are going to be absolutely flying high after that one. Nuke up next. And saying fallen off for Nuke, in Furia's case, it's definitely not misplaced. Losses to G2, Virtus Pro, Force, all in the last month.
Yeah.
That is a drop-off, considering the scouts they've taken prior to that. They were pushing, I think, a full 30 rounds versus Fnatic. They even managed to find wins versus the likes of Vitality. They did have a very comfortable Nuke, and that was, you know, in this 3-month window that we're using for a taste of their Nuke performance. But I think that's enough from us. We are going to be taking a little bit of a break, and when we do come back, we're going to be jumping into Nuke and, of course, the analysis of Mirage. What a stomp it is from Spirit. Can they keep it up? We'll find out with our analyst desk when we return.